Hello. Willow Creek, North Shore. For those of you who don't know me or don't recognize me because I'm wearing contacts and not glasses, my name is Brandon William Ricker. And I hear that tonight is a special night. A night that shall be remembered by all. It is senior night, that's right, and the graduating seniors are here. In the past, we've had a little tradition of me telling some stories about the seniors, and I think I would love to do that now. David, you and I didn't get to know each other very well. Saw you a few times at a few different events, but you didn't come to the youth group when I was the director there at the church. And I think that the thing that I can draw, the conclusion that I can draw from that is that you're a discerning person. You waited for Andrew to come and be there, the much better student ministry director, clearly. I started thinking about discernment and asked around about you, and it seems that you're selling some sort of an energy drink or something under the direction of our own Jake Whitfield, which kind of shoots the discernment thing down. I just got to be honest. So I love you. Good luck. Pyramid schemes typically are not good. Scott Price knows a lot about finance, or Will. You can ask either of them. Typically not a great thing, but energy drinks, who knows? Jake's an aggressive dude. We'll see what happens. Good luck. Wish I would have known you better. I don't know. Sorry, dude. You're the man. Brian Johnson, who I affectionately refer to as the king of the ukulele. This man has blossomed and developed over his time in student ministries, and it was awesome to get to see God work in you. It was really cool. The funny guy, he is hilarious. Brian Johnson's very funny. If you haven't been around very much, he's very funny, a jokester. Loves to tell the jokes. I remember one time, Mike, his older brother, Mike Johnson, he decided that it would be funny to tell me to go up to his brother, Brian, and tell him that the Eagles, I think, the band, the Eagles, sucked. And Brian takes great offense at anyone who says something negative about the Eagles. And I just remember he went home and he was like, Mike, he's like, Brandon, really? You got him to do that? I just didn't think he would even ever do anything like that. So I'm sorry that I insulted the Eagles or Boston. I can't remember which band it was, but you're a good guy. And I know God's going to do some cool stuff in you and through you in the future, and I look forward to hearing about what those things are. Brian, you're the man. Thanks for being a part of the youth group while I was there and carrying stuff on with Andrew after I left. Next, on to our resident Chuck Norris, Corey Olson. Corey's the oldest of 4 siblings and is a member of the group which Brian Johnson and I think it was James Jason, the lip-syncing group called Fuzz Rush, I think was their name, and they lip-synced together. And Corey was the one who looked confused about the lyrics of the song almost the whole time. The other two were like into it and hitting it, nailing it, and Corey was just like, and it was a little confusing. So that was kind of a funny memory that I have of you. Also, he's like a 9th degree black belt or something, so it could, I guess, kill you if you get him upset. But he's, typically very good-mannered kid. But you were always helpful and you had a good attitude all the time. I can never remember you really complaining about much, and as a student ministry director, that is a huge blessing. You have no idea. So continue with that. That's such a great quality that you have, and I loved getting to know you and your sisters, and it was just really awesome, man. Miss you guys. Anthony. Oh, Anthony. My friend. Now, this is going to sound... I hope it doesn't sound mean. Anthony, it seemed to me, and this might be inaccurate, but I felt like there were multiple times in which you were in some sort of very serious kind of emotional crisis. Like something was going on. It was intense. It was intense. You just experienced things in this intense way. And I remember being like, one time, you and I, we were sitting out in the hallway, and you were just talking to me about your life and what was going on, and I could tell this was an intense moment for you. You were kind of in an intense place. So I asked, and we were talking about it, and you were telling me about this girl that you really loved. Like, you really loved this girl. And you were, I think you were maybe 16, 17 at the time. And you were like, you said to me, you were like, Brandon, you're like, I would marry this girl. Like, now. I will marry her. And I remember thinking to myself, I was like, I think maybe you would. I think maybe you would marry that girl. Right then. 17. No job. No place to go. No life. You would think you probably would. If you could. If you had the chance. And that experience for me with you was just like, that's my man. That's Anthony. He has his emotions out there. You know where he's at. He tells you what he's thinking. And I really appreciated that about you. I wasn't ever wondering where you were. So I was like, it was a lot of fun having you in the youth group, and I was glad that you came and kind of connected with the Mike Johnson crew, and that was really cool, man. We're glad to have you, and good luck in your next step, your next phase. Oh ho ho. Deerfield, soccer athlete, James Jason. I hope all these kids are here tonight. Whatever. James, I love you. You are a cool kid and hilarious. You're like uniquely yourself all the time. You do these interesting things. You don't even care. We're hanging out, and people are like doing their like special skills or whatever. And I think we had like weird talent night or something. And James from Deerfield, like one of the whitest kids, he gets up in front of the youth group and starts doing this freestyle rap, like ridiculous. And he's like, my name's James Jason, and blah, 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 blah. And I can't do it, but he can. And it was just, I was shocked. It's because hidden talents, my friend. Hidden talents. But I tell you, the thing that I'll remember the most about dealing with you is that you're a very deep thinker. You always go after significant and deep theological questions about God, about life. And that's a really good quality. A lot of people don't care about those things or spend time thinking about them. And I appreciated the fact that you would read books and look into things that just mattered in life instead of just playing video games all the time. And those who know me, I got nothing against video games. James, I love you. And I know you'll do great in college. It'll be a good thing for you. And your next step will be, if you're going to, you're the man. And it's going to be good. Yes. Riley L. Oh, my man. 6'6", skinny, lovable. You are awesome. I cannot count the number of times when we were having some event in the youth group that we had spent tons of time planning, trying to figure out what was going to be the most fun thing for you guys to all get together, pull the youth group together, and be awesome. So we came up with this idea that we sort of stole from another organization called 8 to 8, 9 to 9, whatever. We're going to stay out all night. We can go all these different places. We have a great time. And Riley shows up like he does. I mean, he shows up. He's there. My man brings his guitar. In every stop we make, he scouts the place out for a place he can crouch and sit the whole time and play guitar by himself. Now, you can try to engage with Riley when he's in this situation, but he's an artist. He's a poet. The man is deeply in a place, and I appreciate that about you. Dude, I think your uncle invented Tempur-Pedic, which is awesome. I miss you guys. The Allen family. Tell Pippa I said what up. She made fun of my hairline one time on a bus. Whatever. She's cool. So, and from Riley, we go to, I think, his neighbor, Kenny. One of my favorite personalities. Kenny, oh yes. This man, if there was a gangster at Glenbrook North High School, it would be Kenny. I mean, this guy's awesome. He comes in, he's talking about his people and his guys that nobody really knows about, and he has these relationships. It's oh, okay, whoa, what? Oh, I got to fight. He'd talk about fights and stuff. It's just wow. But he was always there, and you can engage with him. So many kids come into the youth group and they just chill in the back or sit on the couch and don't ever want to talk to anybody. But Kenny, you go up to him, this man's got Mr. T chains chilling on his neck, and he's like, "What's up? I'm Kenny." Oh, and you just go up and talk to him. No attitude, totally into connecting with you, easy to connect with. It is amazing. One story that sort of epitomizes, is the epitome of who Kenny is, and I hope this is okay. I'm sure I might get in trouble for this in the long term, but Scott Price, your small group leader, who you guys were blessed to have as a small group leader. Scott Price is amazing. He he was talking about, getting engaged and engagement rings, and Kenny, he was like, "Scott," he's like, you need to talk to my jewelry guy. I have a jewelry guy. You got to talk to him because he will hook you up. Now, Kenny, when you tell Scott Price that you have a jewelry guy that's going to hook you up, I just want you to know Scott Price knows a jewelry guy. I mean, he knows everybody in the Chicagoland area. Scott Price has got that covered. But Kenny apparently has connections, hookups, nobody knows about it. It's a beautiful thing. I hope it's legal, and I love you. You're the man.